and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 with some more racing and another new car. And, well, there is a field of cars somewhere. This is, I can't remember the name, it's ATS-V, I don't know, something like that. It's a Cadillac. It's the ATS-V Cadillac, pretty much. Oh, we're not going to get out of there easily, are we? As far as bad start line positions go. Well, as ever, the race line shenanigans. The Hyper's how is Hyper upside down? What has gone on? I guess Hyper flew up the ramp and got stuck. Well, I can tell you now, we're going to have fun setting off on this one. Have we got a jump starter? We've got a jump starter going on there. How very unsporting. I think there's going to be some resetting. It's probably quicker getting on the odd resetting. That's maybe the worst mess of a start we've had so far. Well, we've got to go chase down Chris. Yeah, this is the new sports car added to the game. I mean, it's almost not absurdly. I say it's almost not absurdly expensive. It's 1.2 million, which is a lot for a Cadillac, but it's better than some of the other new higher-end cars. So it's kind of, I quite like it. If it was like 500,000, I'd probably buy one because I quite like them. The front grille is a little bit over the top. I know it kind of is a little bit in the real car, but this is, yeah, I'm not 100% sold. But I do, certainly for the back, I think it's a great looking car. I do quite like the fast Cadillacs. Don't really get them over in England all that much, but yeah, interesting addition. So far, actually seems to drive pretty nicely. This is a pretty tough circuit. It's narrow and a bit difficult to overtake on. Not only that, it's bumpy. It's really, really quite nasty on the old bumps. I think Liam tries to punish the jump start. The problem was they didn't quite get it right and ended up in the wall a little bit more on their own. Now, I'm not going to just do that. Oh, Christ. By virtue of I don't want to be the one that ends up in the wall on my own. I've got massive mistakes through that section. We got such a big slipstream pull that I just actually struggled to get the car slowed down. It's quite oversteery, this. Oh god, don't end up out too wide. There's stop sticks over there for us to have problems with. Now we got slipstream, we got catch up on. So the silly start will hopefully bring everyone back. There we go, Ninetales. Ninetales dealt with the with the jump starts. That's the punishment you get for jump starting. I may or may not get slowed down. We do just make that one work. I think the punishment is fitting. Right, around we go, looking for a way. Oh, back past, lots of sliding from the car, but it's not. I suppose there's lots of sliding from it. There are various cars that just wouldn't work around this track. I think we've raced the Corsa around this track, the Asbo. It's horrendous because you're literally spending your entire time fighting the car because all it wants to do is oversteer. This is kind of like a good balance between being a little bit lively but not being horrendous, even though we've got a lot of these very nasty bumps. It does go up on two wheels there. That's the one place I've seen, or the one sort of trait I have seen from this car that is a little bit, I say it's a little bit odd. It's kind of like the Drafter. So the Drafter has a two-wheeled habit. It likes to go up onto its side at some of the at some corners. Now that will roll over quite easily. I don't know whether this will. Quite possibly it will go over. Liam has got the nose alongside. We're going to have to give some space through there. It's not necessarily the worst thing. We're going to be maybe a long way around the final corner. Thought about it. Couldn't quite get turned in. There was a car in the way. And then we have the draft towards the finish line. Here, we'll get a big toe. Ninetales would get the win from there. So, yeah, like you get a chance at a big slipstream pull towards the finish line, but it isn't the longest start-finish straight of all time. And me and Liam have got to not screw each other over too much fighting. Don't end up in the back of Ninetales' car and let Ninetales escape. That is always the danger. Now, Blakey is coming to join us a little bit back in fourth. That's a bobble. That was a big clonk on those concrete pipes. I mean, you're not going to overtake easily through there. You've got to really be alongside somebody if you're going to get a pass done. We're going to be side by side coming out of that corner. Now, this might actually give Liam some trouble, because Liam's going to have a slipstream, but absolutely nowhere to use it, because we are stuck side by side. Actually, on a tight line and get no momentum off the corner. However, Liam can't quite get past. Now, there's a big group of cars that might catch us by the end of this, especially if we fight like this too much. Ninetales jumped the concrete, got a load of airtime. That wasn't ideal. Liam's going to be on a really tight line. I'm going to try and cut underneath the pair of them. Nope, 3 wide didn't quite fit. Almost, but not quite. Don't run too wide, otherwise you end up in the bridge supports there. There is... Overtaking is happening. It is just difficult. You've got to be so careful. It's like the tiniest little slip-up is going to end up in a big load of trouble, pretty much. Around... Oh, a bit more oversteer from me. Are we in a good place for a run to the finish line? Yes, if that was the final lap. You almost want to be third coming out that final corner, but you've got to be right there. If you're too far back and you're in third, it's no good. Especially if the other cars can sort themselves out. It's now a 4-car battle for the lead. It won't be long until it's a 6-car battle, because... Well, I've turned in way too soon on that. Bugger. Team Orange, I messed that up a little bit, but we aren't... Could have been worse. You know, could have got really stuck there and had to reverse and fallen all the way back. No way that's going to end well. That is drive your car into a very much disappearing gap and wipe everybody out. At this point, it's not worth it. If that was the final corner on the last lap and that was the only opportunity you had, I'd do it, but we've got 2 laps to go. That's just going to end in a colossal accident, so we won't bother. I'd rather sit here and be in a place to try another overtake later on in the lap than balls that one up and run out of time to re-catch up to the leader. We'll get Ninetales on the exit there. We'll try and slow down. It's a little too deep on the brakes. Blakey is here to try a pass. Ooh, we'll take out that telephone box. Yeah, Team Orange going to yield that one. Not out of want particularly, but out of the cars there. I've got no other choice. I can't turn into the corner as the orange car has gone alongside. Oh, that's very wide though for Team Orange. Oh, and let's not fight each other too much. We're going to do the classic. We're going to do the classic squabble and let the leader get away a little bit. Ninetales has got the draft. We've got a couple more laps to go. We've got a few more cars as well coming to join in this fun as we round turn 1. Going to get just a bit of slipstream off of Liam's car. You don't have to be directly behind a car to get slipstream. He's got quite a wide area of effect behind, so we can get it. Sort of 2 cars side by side, either side almost of the leader can get draft. You can get it from like both sort of tendrils, if you like, off the back of it. We will get Ninetales, who had a big oversteer moment. Again, Ninetales is going to force the issue through there. We're both quite slow though doing that. I take a funky line on the first part. Ninetales has a funky line on the exit. Liam still leads. Do these cars push? I don't know. We didn't get to find out. Ninetales just changed line ever so slightly. When I say push, I mean like bump draft. Do they work? Well, we're not going to find out here. Ninetales is going to get alongside, but we're still... The problem is now we're taking funny lines through the chicanes because we're too wide. We were both slower. We're now 3 wide into the next corner. I apologise for the lean. I was trying to avoid Blakey having a crash on the inside wall. It's getting very busy now. This is getting very, very busy. Towards the end of the race. Can we keep it clean till the finish? Is it all going to end in tears for somebody? Is that somebody going to be me with a lot of bad luck? Who knows? Oh, Liam brushed the wall. Again, mistakes for the leader to make. And that's on the relatively small end of the spectrum. You get away with that. I say lucky. It affected me almost as much. We get a good bit of a drive, but it would not be enough to win. I think Chris might have hit the wall on the inside, trying to find some space. Alright, this is it. This is the final lap. Can we make it around here without any issues? Been a relatively quiet battle. It's been a really 3-car battle for a lot of this race. It's got more and more as the day has gone on, as the race has gone on. Am I going to find a way past Ninetales? Are we going to sit in second and get out-dragged to the line? Possibly. We've pulled a gap actually to Chris. Not close enough to have a look through here. Let's turn it a bit too soon as well, like a muppet. Now, this is one of the best opportunities we're going to get here. Get a good exit, which we do. Ninetales moves across to cover, but it's not soon enough. Now, if we are smart about this, there's a chance we could almost escape away from that battle for third, but that's going to be difficult to do. Don't get the car on 2 wheels. We are nicely through the chicane. I say nicely, a little too much of a clobber on the concrete there. Ninetales is going to have a look up the inside. Not all that fussed here, because you can get a really good run on the outside line, but Ninetales made sure there was not quite the space. There was car space there, but it wasn't space to carry the run I wanted. Fair play, that's your defensive driving you want to do there. We're all in a very, very close-knit group here. You don't want to be the one sliding the car around in all of this. Now, we've seen That little bit further back, the run to the finish is going to be useful, but am I in too much traffic to make this work? We have a very good run. Ninetales, I don't know if Ninetales got spat off the nose of my car. We're going to, I think, take victory. Ooh, what a race. What a battle to the finish line that one was. I don't think there was a bump from me that put Ninetales across. I do apologise if it was. I don't think there was contact, but it's hard to tell with these cars sometimes. Jeez. Difference between me and Blakey was not much. Pretty much 0.2 of a second covered the top 4 in that. Scotty got fastest lap in 5th. Bloody hell, I mean, from me to, I think about 7th was covered by half a second or something. Got a mad final lap. I quite like that car. It's quite nice. It's quite nice to drive. Nothing crazy, nothing really too weird. Just a good, fun car to go racing with. So, we saw how the, I guess, sort of high-end Super Saloon works around this circuit. What about a more normal car? The Asea should be quite good. A more sensible start as well here. We will have a proper grid start for this one as we get underway. Not too long a run into the first corner. Should be able to defend the inside. Don't quite have the same grip in this car, that's for sure. We're already going to have to be a little bit defensive, I think, down here, just because I don't want to get stuck out wide and overtaken by everybody. As ever, I'm not horrendously fussed if one car comes past. You don't want to get hung out wide and, yeah, have the whole field come past, or worse, get hung out wide, have someone make a mistake, and it end up impacting you. So that's what. And here I can't defend. There's nothing you can really do down this bit. We will let Liam kind of let Liam get clear. We will go back into the slipstream though for this next run to the hairpin. Ninetales moves across. We're going to get both of them, I should think, down here. Oh, I can't move to the inside before we get to the hairpin. Don't want to be doing, again, there's no point doing crazy stuff on lap 1. not on lap 1 of 5. Oh, that's a bit bumpy and a bit bobbly over there. Liam's going to hit the concrete. Oh, okay, the concrete hasn't messed these cars up as much as it did with the Cadillac. So that's important information, quite useful information, in fact. Can I make that wider line work here? Yes, but not in that manner. I think the wider line will work, but it just doesn't work when you go that wide. Oh, I've got a big oversteer twitch as well. That is going to put Scotty past. We're falling. We are now having that plummet down the order that I kind of wanted to avoid, if at all possible. We're going to no stop oversteering. Okay, I'm kind of. Oh, I'm impressed that the Cadillac ATS-V, whatever the thing is called in this game. It's some combination of letters along those lines. I'm surprised. So this is having more kind of bouncy oversteering moments in many ways than that car did, and this is a front-wheel drive, much less powerful front-wheel drive. So, yeah, obviously that new sports car is not terrible across the bumps at all. We're going to go 3 or 4 wide into turn 1. Team Orange are not crashing into one another this time. It is progress! We are notoriously bad at managing to find ways to crash into one another in these. Okay, it's a little bump. Not as bad as the normal ones. It's like something magnetic between orange cars. They are just drawn and crash into one another during these races. Oh, actually, I'm turning a bit too soon, but it's fine across there. Oh, we got a bump down. That'll help us. Hopefully get us in the slipstream. Just need to get in the draft of these cars ahead. Once we can do that, then we'll be okay. We can, if we sort of tow ourselves up to this group, we'll bring Blakey with us. We might end up bringing more of the pack with us, and it just keeps these guys up here busy. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go at the bottom of the course there, not with so many cars side by side already ahead of me. Could have maybe had a big dive on Liam, but I don't think Liam was looking behind to know if there was going to be a car having a sneaky go up the inside, and it's just not worth. It's not worth the risk when we're that far back, and it's only a slightly iffy chance of getting that done. Try and get that momentum on the exit again. Not quite, as they're all battling for position. Now we're letting Scotty getting away. Scotty is getting away up at the front a little bit. I've ended up in the back of the grey machine, and that's cost me all of my momentum. We're back side by side. Team Orange. Oh, this is another busy area of track. I'm going to be very much stuck on the outside all the way around here. Yep. We're just going to sit out there. Now they are going to start working together with the draft to catch up to Scotty. Me and Blakey are stuck side by side and can't. Longbow and I don't know who it is, Hyper's going to get to the inside of us. Are we going to be 4 wide into turn 1? Not quite. We will get to the inside of Longbow. We only really lose out to Hyper in all of that. Blakey lost out to kind of all of us really here. I'm going to be a little careful through that corner. We're at that tantalisingly close point of, we're not that far away from the leaders, but we are just fighting each other so much that it's not kind of helping. Can't get to the inside through there. Damn it. I mean, this is great news for Scotty. You know, if you're looking back from that lead car and you're seeing this group, I mean, we're in 7th and having a fight like this. They're doing a very similar thing over 2nd. We might have let Hyper get too far away, actually, in all of this. No, 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 no. That's not how this was supposed to go. We did not want to let Hyper get that kind of a gap on us. Can I get a bit sneaky curb boost? Okay, we're back in the draft of the purple car. Through a bit of bravery and does like track positioning. Oh, that's a bit too slow. You can be more aggressive with this car through there than I was kind of expecting, which is... Oh, God, don't... Oh, no, I'm sorry. God damn it. Ah, I got a big toe and then was just... Didn't plan my braking accordingly for the speed we were carrying up to that corner. My bad. Now, our chances are dwindling of a podium here. There is always a chance of a big crash. Let us not forget. There is always a chance of a big crash for the lead group. However... kind of needs to happen because we've lost, all of us lost time because we've got stacked up behind my accident. Oh, no, 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 but that's very wide. I mean, I should get some draft. Oh, come on. Anybody going to give me some draft? They are 3 wide. No one's got any draft from the group ahead, and I am not getting any draft back here. I'm going to go 3 wide through the first corner, but it's good news for me catching up, although I then threw it all away by going sideways there. Not really ideal. Oh, and they've got connected... up ahead. That's a pass. I think we're resigned to this fight. This is the fight I think we're going to be in with the rest of this lap and one more afterwards. I don't think we can really do much. We'll just push Blakey forward actually at that point. It's almost like worthwhile me doing that because I wasn't going to have time to get past. Oh, there's a gap. Oh, there was a little gap. Oh, crap. I mean, our group's getting bigger as we fight for 5th place here. We've got Ewan's joined us. Probably won't be long until more cars join us. Oh, come on, make that hairpin. Try and get some... I just can't get the drive off of that corner. We're going to go side by side battling towards the chicane. I don't really want to give up around here if we can help it. Oh, it's a big jump. Big jump. The Asea does not care one bit about the big jump. Now, this is where it went wrong last lap. Hey, Hyper gets turned by the other car. Hyper, I think, was going wide, either outbrake themselves or was going wide, wary that somebody might be up the inside, and Longbow couldn't stop it either. It is easily done. It's easily done at that point when you've got the big toe going on, and you just like if you got the big toe going on and you brake at the same point you were last lap around, even though you know that was what you thought was a sensible point, you're going that little bit faster, and you just don't stop. I mean, we're kind of catching the leaders a smidge that time around. It's not going to be enough to do anything about it. Again, we're going to have that annoying watch the leaders have a fantastic fight on the final lap. Because I've got to hope that they start making mistakes. But if they're too wide everywhere and we're not, maybe we can catch them. If anyone spins, we can pick up the pieces from it. We've just got to not make any mistakes back here. No clipping the wall. No spinning the car. No oversteer if we can help it. Through all of this, and maybe there's a chance, I fear, as soon as Ewan or Blakey want to get... they're fighting each other that might leave me in no man's land. Is there there's a tiny chance I might get that, like, super perfect position for a cheesy slipstream towards the finish line, but I think I'm a little too... We need, like, another lap. Another lap would be amazing, and I think we would do it. As they go 3 wide into the hairpin. Guys, that's brave stuff. That is not a wide hairpin to be fitting 3 wide. Me and Blakey are absolutely flying up towards this group now as they're side by side in the chicane. I hope Blakey's figured out the same thing I have. If we don't fight each other here, Team Orange, we could maybe cheese our way into a very good slipstream position on that run to the finish. Unfortunately, the lead pack has actually fought itself so much that I got slowed down in all of that. We've got the draft off of Scotty, so we'll be ahead of Blakey. I did not expect to catch this group on the final lap. Liam's gone very, very sideways through all of that. I lost too much time, though, with my own oversteer moment. Can we get that perfect? We've got a lovely run out of that last corner. Am I in the best position for a slipstream run to the finish line? The rain is falling. Scotty's got a wonderful drive. I don't even know who won that. Scotty got so much speed out of that last corner. I don't know how he managed that. We'd started getting the draft, but only very, very much at the end. It was Chris that got it by tiny margins. Look at that. Christ. I mean, actually, the finish between Liam and Blakey was even closer. Oh, that was some good racing. Oh, some good racing. Yeah, we fought so hard over 5th place for so long that we somehow caught up. Well, me and Blakey caught up just because we weren't fighting for the start of that that final lap. It's a great circuit. It's narrow. It is tough to overtake in places. Yeah, Liam and Blakey were so close with their finishing positions. But very, very good fun. The Asea does make for some excellent, excellent racing. Being that little bit slower, doesn't have horrendous contact issues. But I do like the new car. I do like that new car. It's good to drive around a very bumpy, a very nasty street circuit. So, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. A massive thank you, of course, as well goes to Scotty for building this wonderful circuit that we have been racing around. Until next time, though, a goodbye.